Welcome, my friends, back to Marvel Snap. Oh man, got hung up at work, but finally, here we are. Time to grab our new team-up card and then see where we want to test him. We're gonna go keys today. I love the Celine variant. Okay, good with this. Give me one more. Come on. Okay, ready to go down the line? Just please, no dupes. No dupes. I'm good with getting the blob though. 4 deep for Rocket and Groot, and we had to go 4 deep for another one this season too. But then we got Bruce Banner in 1, so, you know. It all balances around, I guess. Build me a deck, see what we got. Pretty hyped for this guy. But what am I looking at? Doom 2099 War Machine deck. I don't know about this one, guys. I mean, Rocket and Groot are a way that you can keep on scaling power while just playing one card at a time. But I feel like we can do better. Horror story, yes. I am doing okay. Just had a longer than expected work shift that bit into stream time. Had to do our big year-end inventory, it being New Year's Eve. Not everyone was as focused on the task as I would have liked them to be. I feel like Surfer makes a lot of sense, especially because then we can tweak in Jean. Because if you can force someone to play on the Rocket and Groot, then you got him. We can also bring in Nebula, Surfer, I feel like we always go Galacta here, Gwen, and the usual suspects. Brood. What else do we like? Surfer and Afflict seems like the most natural homes. Yes. Yes. And then once we get the... I feel like could be a good cards deck out there as well. Do we like Mojo? Or do we want just like Jeff? Because I feel like we might just play Jeff here. Yeah, I have to have Shaw, right, Drewmania? Okay, one more. Who am I forgetting? They said I was forgetting Forge. Is that fair? That's a fair play. And we might cut Makari for something else, but I think I'll just stay here for now. This seems like it would be playable. Take me in. You've got those built. Put it in Aranya instead of Gwen. It is better. Nice, nice. Hope or Abs, man. Yeah, Hope is another great one, right? So you get another way to be able to get kind of the energy going. Because if you play Hope on 3 and then you play like Galacta on 4, you can play 2 3s on 5. And then obviously 2 3s on 6 to be able to catch up. Well, that's a good Nebula spot. I actually like this a lot. Is this kind of exactly what you want for Rocket and Groot here? It feels like it. Ooh, Cersei. Don't mind if I do. Little Jeff. I think I play here. We'll prep Jean. Hope probably isn't as good right now because everyone is testing Rocket and Groot. Yeah, because then you're just telegraphing where you want to play and they can block you out. Delicious, delicious negative powers. Wouldn't want you to get stuck playing in here, would we? So let's see, 4 is going to be Rocket. Maybe we need more 1-drops. If the idea is that you want to set up something like this. Now they'll probably move Rocket and Groot themselves, right? Yep. This way they can hit my Rocket and Groot. And then I hit their Wiccan. Yo, Melissa, good to see you. Have Gene and regular Groot in your Cope Surfer. Ah, regular Groot. That's an idea. And it's an idea I like. This is just Gwenpool, right? Gwenpool, try and play either Shot or Brood, whichever one grabs the most buffs. And then it'll be like final turn, get out of Necrotia because we're dying out here, man. Gwenpool's flat. Here's the thing, buddy. You gotta play there again. And I can get out. And my Nebula is a 9. That's casually way too powerful. Shaw goes here, Jeff goes here, Rocket and Groot go here. You become an 8? It's basically the same as if I'd played Brood, so. Okay. Galacta and Gene definitely have anti-synergy, yes. But I don't know how to get around that. Oh, no, the Jeff is not enough. How did... Oh. Are you kidding me? The Mirage pulled my Shaw, which also buffs the Shaw because Mirage applies the little buff. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You've got War Machine in the Gene deck. That makes a lot of sense. You can get around the Gene lockdown yourself. When do you want to set it up? I immediately put them both in Surfer because they're both 3s. So you are buffing them, but you could free yourself a lot. Mirage for the 1 and 3 at the start. I know, Mirage for the 1 and 3 at the very start, and then that turns out huge once you get Galacta down as well. I mean, hey, props. I'm actually a little surprised they didn't snap on it, but they certainly could have. Still need more boosters. Oh, I got enough Makari boosters. How I've not been just like racking up Gwenpool boosters, I don't know. Rocket and Groot look super cool, but only have 3 keys, trying to save for next month. Yeah. It's got to be something special to compete with everything that's coming out next month, right? Got a lot of cool stuff. Oh, we're still full. Okay, splitter. Okay. Got enough for a little bit. Not a lot. Can't believe they tossed Celine into the spotlight. That they did. That they did. Then we went all in. Hey, I mean, I like the variant. I just wish, you know, the card was playable. Someday, man. I kind of wish instead of doing like a massive series drop in January, they were doing a massive balance patch. That's okay. Have 8 keys, but only spend when you hear if it's worth it. Yep. I mean, that sets you up pretty well to be able to get kind of your highlight cards on a season, to have 8 in the bank. You probably have some tokens as well. Try and find where you can pinch. Hopefully you passed on Bruce Banner, because that was a dead on arrival release. Yo, Teddy, I don't know about you, but loving Rocket and Groot, threw them into classic lockdown deck. Pro X Storm working really well. Dude, that's super cool. So you play it down ahead of the Storm, and then it's like really imposing for the opponent to get in there, right? That does sound fun. They can also move so they could get behind the Pro X. Everything you're telling me I like. We'll definitely try it. I have just started because we had a late work shift. So my testing is still baby steps. Speaking of which, we have the Surfer deck up now. Okay, take me in. Also, guys, is anybody else like a little annoyed at this? They're like, hey guys, we're gonna release the return of High Voltage. The world's fastest card game gets faster. You play only 3 rounds. Meanwhile, we're gonna release new cards at the same time that High Voltage is out. These new cards do not work in High Voltage. Rocket and Groot needs multiple turns to be able to stack up their buffs. And Lasher over here as an activate card is like truly abysmal as a High Voltage card. The main problem is that the cards I end up wanting the most are usually in spotlights that suck for you personally. Like this week, you have both of the other cards and then don't want to waste the keys. Yeah, it'll catch you. It will catch you. Amazing. We win Luke's bar. And then we get Galacta down and we just go off on him. Probably play Shaw. You go like Shaw mid, Galacta mid, Brood left. GG. Turtle Tillery, sorry. I have the God Hand. Ghost Rider Magneto? What? Hella's dead, so we play Ghost Rider now? Is that the ticket? Is he also gonna make me discard cards? Blade Cuts Infinite. Are you just Hella? Juby.
Are ye worthy?
Throw it on the Juby. What? What is happening? Okay. We're gonna have to take things a little bit of a different direction, chat. We need to play Brood here. That'll stick them with 10 points up on left. Put the Jeff down. Final turn, Brood Surfer, quite good actually. So hyped for next month though. All the new cards look like absolute bangers. A lot of the like hand manipulation does seem really, really cool. Okay, sucks for you, but I have Brood, which is like my ace in the hole at this moment. So then I'm still ahead here. Oh, when we get another buff, and then I hit you with the Surfer that buffs it all again. I should have snapped him. I think we could have conned him into 4. But here, if I snap, they're gonna retreat. Do they have Hella? If they have Hella, they could just win, right? Ghost Rider, Magneto, Infinite, Red Rolk as well. When did Red Hulk get to... Oh, he got discarded by the Blade, right? This is gonna hurt. It is Hell. No, 2 cards is not Hella. 2 cards. Gambit. Oh, it was a good hit. Jubilee. Oh, if this hits, it's gonna hit Hella.
Minions to mankind. We are the future.
It's crazy, man. Triple Jubilee because it got reactivated by Odin, thins the deck to nothing. Hella's the bottom card, pulls Hella. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Because here's the thing. If Hella was in hand, they don't get like 2 of these cards down. So it's literally because Hela was the last card that could get pulled by Jubilee, and then because it's pulled by Jubilee, it also sticks to the board itself. Okay, good thing we didn't snap. Would have been terrible. Which upcoming cards am I most hyped for? Definitely the one that buffs all cards generated in hand. What's her name? Snap.fan, help me out. Schedule. I mean, I am excited for Lasher. Lasher seems very fun. Victoria Hand. Ongoing, your cards that were created in your hand have +2 power. I love that. I think Moonstone is going to be pretty spicy. And then probably Diamondback. Classic, how do we lose? Oh, yep, that would do it, yeah. Fill in the blank. Worst case scenario actually happened, right? Lasher's very fun. Have a deck with Lasher and RNG in it. Very fun. Very fun. I do not have Lasher yet. Which here's the chat. I need to do my my missions. Okay. I need to do my high voltage missions, but they're going to be terrible with Rocket and Groot. Then the next card we play is going to be sacrificed. Alright, Forge, sorry, buddy. You're the hang on. For science, does Red Guardian kill Teenage Warhead prior to her effect killing him? Just saw Nosferatu, super good. Oh, dude. It does. So he can take her out before the ability would take effect. I was actually pretty interested in Nosferatu. I've got a buddy who went to see it. So they just filled. It means I'll win, but... What's the move then? I think it's like Gwenpool. Gwenpool move Jeff. Eat the buffs. Next turn, have enough energy. Well, the Nebula will scale. So I'm going to add 9 to 16. And then they will get an additional 4 over the course of turns 5 and 6, which would just put them at 15. So I would win in that position as long as they have no other way to buff the location. I'm going to bank on it. They don't seem like the deck that would generate any tangential buffing. Seeing Nosferatu with your wife for the New Year's. Oh, let's go. But, okay, so... Is it a New Year's release? It's been out, right? You gotta play the Galacta, and you gotta use her buff. So you do something like this. Christmas release. Okay, yeah. So it's very new, but it's not new for New Year's.
We are the future.
Copycat just being better Makari. That it hurts. It hurts me. I need to win over here. This would do it. Just straight up. And then Surfer will buff him again. So we get no activation of the Rocket and Groot power, but this is how you have to play it. I don't snap, but I'll take it. I love that we're up by 1 on left. Mid's gonna be the decider. We probably die, don't we? Because we don't get any Surfer buff on mid. Makari, you gotta go mid for me. And they outpace the buffs by 1. Makari. Oh, wait. We do win these. Okay, they were way shorter on mid than I feared. It's been out. We just got back from Hawaii. Figured to go to theater, and Hawaii wasn't the best use of the tropical time. No, man. You got to get out, pick up the vitamin D. That's pretty great when you're able to take that like midwinter vacation to some place that is not experiencing winter. That's truly winning in life. Teddy wife and I were able to go see family, not all the way in Hawaii, but in a more southern region where it's like 15 degrees warmer and like it feels like 2 or 3 hours of more sunlight exposure. That's probably an exaggeration, but it felt great. All right, chat. We've got a lot of good suggestions from the chat of people who have already been we need the alliance bounties. I'm so off my game. We miss one stream for Christmas pretty much every year, and now I'm just fully out of it. None of these are things I guess I do play 4-cost cards.
Epic.
And I can win with 20 or more power if given the right position.
Legendary.
I have no 5 or 6-cost cards, and I only have a singleton 1-drop. How? It feels like... Why is it now locked? Oh. I have to reconnect. It was awesome. It was a combination honeymoon, birthday, Christmas, family visit, celebration. That's how you get them done. Get in there, do the big things, enjoy life. I like it that way. You don't have to like piecemeal little things together for every occasion when you're gonna enjoy something that, you know, puts the whole budget together better. This could be bad. I feel like we drop one of the 3 costs for Nico, because there's a couple different positions where we want to play a 3-cost and a 1-cost, or a 4-cost and a 1-cost on turn 5, as the case may be. Bad. I want to play Galacta and Gwenpool together. But that means like Gwenpool is going to Jotunheim and she's just going to lose the buff. But I guess that's fine. That's what Galacta's here for. So here we go. What overlay is this? Just started playing on PC recently. This is the untapped.gg deck tracker alongside a little bit of video editing technique trickery. So I basically treat the gray background of the split out deck tracker as a green screen, and my streaming software is able to eliminate that and turn it to transparency. They put Hobgoblin on me? Are you kidding me? You guys. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. What kind of Thanos deck is putting Hobgoblin in there? The triple hit on Brute is nutty, right? He's gonna go mid and win. This is kind of... So I go down 1, but then I go up 2 from the Galacta. Unlikely they play mid, though. So if I just play here, I might just get the +1, like, natty. Let's do this, I guess. Oh, they play left again? What the heck, dude? What is this? Like, actually, what are they doing? Are we moving Rocket and Groot because we know they're going to play once? It feels like they're going to play potentially more than once. Do you do Shaw to get the Galacta buff? We're going to actually vie for Jotunheim? There's no shot, dude. But final turn, Brood mid, Surfer right? It's like a destroyed Thanos. They're going to come in with... But they would never play Shuri into Nimrod. No, it's just Thanos. Take him down a little bit. I go up 2, 6, down 4. They go down 2, so I think I'm net +4 and closing the gap. Seems pretty bad. I think we die, but yeah, untap.gg is where you want to go for your deck overlay needs.
Inevitable.
Oh, by 1. By 1, chat. Because we're taking that margin of victory, man. Yeah, we're taking that margin of victory. Yeah, would it have been... So what I should have done is I should have played Brood on right. That probably... It's tough to say, because that Thanos deck could run Gore. It could also run Blob. I feel like Gore would be more likely, but Gore is really good on mid. So I was anticipating that they would actually invest there instead and hope that I abandon mid, despite my Galacta positioning. But instead they played around my Galacta. JF here for the weekly tradition. I'm glad you are, because with the already later start and then the extra long work shift, we're just gonna be streaming for the core crew here, and that's fine. It's nice. It's it's New Year's Eve. We're doing this one for the fans. The Gore threat means that they could have gone either way. Exactly. So I don't regret the way we played it, I guess is what I should say. I might regret the inclusion of Jean Grey, though. Like, what is she really doing for us? I can go 3, and then you go Gwenpool on 4. Really wishing she was Hope in most of these situations right now. But you go Gwenpool. I could just set up Shaw, but eventually I want to play Galacta, but then I want like Forge in here as well. Maybe the extra Ice Cube is exactly what we needed. A little bit of extra energy. They're probably going to take it away right now though, right? Red Guardian? Something? Leave me stuck. Simone. Jean really needs to be a 2-drop to feel good. I've been saying that since her very release. Yeah. Because she has never found a home, right? I would be so fine if they ever tried to tweak her a little bit, you know? Jeff lets me break the cycle of Kamartaj. Which might be just what the doctor ordered. But then I don't get the Galacta buff on him right now. Let's go for the Galacta buff on Jeff. He plays mid. He's a 10 power that's repositionable. Then I can play Forge here, super buff Brood, drop Shaw. No, I don't drop Shaw. Interesting. We built up... Well, we tagged him once. But I could use Forge to guarantee double buff Brood. Actually, it's like, it's like Omega buff Brood, because the Galacta would hit the Brood as well if I'm playing Forge on left. This seems crazy. And the Jean's gone anyway. Would Shaw spike to 14? Shaw, if played on, like, if I go Forge here... and then Shaw right, I go +8 from the Forge buff, so he'd be at 16, and then I go +5 from the Galacta buff, which would take him to 21. But if I play Brood, I go to each individual Brood being 6 off the Forge, and then 9 off the Galacta, which goes to 27. That being a little bit better. Looks like they're also Surfer. Except my Brood's gonna be bigger. My mid is pretty good even when they go like Surfer here. My left is pretty good with Forge at 6. Taking me to 20. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you. Oh, but he could Surfer Abs Man, right? Does Surfer Abs Man just cook us? Because he got the Ice Cube in there. I think we lose the Surfer Abs Man. Yep. But I was losing to it whether I played mid or right. Dang. That's a lot. It's a lot. Connor, good to see you. Yeah, the double Surfer proc, we were okay. The quadruple Surfer proc, we were not okay. On the quad, it's too much. Alright, we'll do like 1 or 2 more, and then we'll switch the deck up. Because I got some ideas. Matt K, Happy New Year to you too. Hope you've had a good one. Am I going to do a stream for Lasher? Good question. I might. It might be a surprise stream midweek, but because I work today and today's normally my off shift, I think I'm going to get an like a quote-unquote extra free weekend day. Right now it's feeling pretty bad, actually. I'll go C rank. But that could mean that I actually have free time to stream right around when I will be getting Lasher. I'm still a little bit off of having Lasher, so. Surfing so hard on the quads, I know. Gotta build up the strength training. Easy Makari, thin for the Gwenpool. Feels natural. Murders me on bar with no name. Hold on. Chat, Jean Grey, bar with no name. Is this the dirtiest play that there's ever been? Because I can follow up with Rocket and Groot who can move away. Know what I'm saying? You gotta try, right? What do you got? Well, you got a couple cubes to lose, but this seems very funny. Especially if we can find Jeff.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Please go. Why would you play that? Why would you ever... You're supposed to play... Well, if you play mid, then you pull my Makari out of there, right? Maybe that is what you play. They confess they had not considered. Can we snap this now? Well, with Mount Vesuvius, you don't, but my Rocket and Groot can just, like, suck up some power while he has to keep stacking, and then I leave. And I'm just gonna play Forge. Buff Brood on Krakoa, pick up a bigger card. Maybe they're just gonna Heimdall later. This is not like a Heimdall tech deck. This is gonna be Miles Morales, Scream, Magneto, Arrow. It's going to be those players. And Arrow into Magneto is like a horrible line for them when you've got, you're trapped on playing bar with no name. Though I guess Magneto could try and pull my powerful cards back in. Ooh, wrong one, buddy. So it does mean I have to continue playing here, which I don't really want to do anymore. If they have Nocturne? Yeah, if they have Nocturne, they could get out of it, right? We forged a Brood. Why are... Oh, because I didn't reveal early enough. Well, we're trapped now. For better or worse, we're trapped. Come on, buff it. Red Guardian? Guys, if it had just been Jeff, oh, it would have been doing so dang well. That's okay, that's okay. I flip first. Well, you definitely move the Rocket and the Groot, because being mid's a liability. I think we play Surfer just to keep it low key, and then you play Red Guardian after. Yeah, you lose the buff on Red Guardian, but this is like it actually has to be this way. Now, when they Magneto mid, are we sad? Kind of. But they're going to be so... They will lose. They will still lose. You're trapped in here with me, buddy. I'm not trapped in here with you. How's Rocket and Groot going, chat? Got wrapped up. Missed so much. Ed, you missed way less than you probably thought if you look at the current stream length. You're here from the ground floor, man. This is my first deck. So far, it's not been great, but hey, Rocket and Groot are fun. Punch them. Oh, Polaris even makes my lane a little better. Okay, guys, you gotta say that one feels pretty good, right? To transform if we remember to the beginning of the game, Makari jumped to bar with no name. And we flipped that onto 4-cube win. Those are the kind of games that make me think, yeah, like, there's never going to be another game as great as Snap. Only in Snap are you going to see something that tickles your fancy like that one. Hope everyone had a nice holiday. Leave a like if you can. Ed rallying the likes. Ed, how was your holiday? Do you celebrate like traditional Western Christmas? I was a little bit AWOL in the Discord as well, so I missed if people were sharing. Jean is such a fun card. Jean was pretty dirty to him right there. Does this card fit into Wiccan? Yes. And soon we will try it. You know, it fits in the way like any good 3-drop is going to. Because doesn't, like, there were plenty of versions of Wiccan that was running Gladiator. You could just run Rocket and Groot instead of Gladiator, or Nocturne, you know. I feel like that deck was also running Nocturne at different times. In her heyday at 3-5, they were running it for sure. So a card that can hit a good power level and have the flexibility of moving around the board. I'm not going to say no. You got to play Jeff mid, go into Jean Grey next. Why did Red Guardian have to go last? Because of the Jean Grey. The Jean Grey required me to play one card, the first card of my turn, to mid. And I wanted it to be the lowest power possible. So we do this now. It's another move deck. Interesting, interesting. Super low-key, didn't want anything, but a coworker was at Disneyland and got you a custom astromech droid from Galaxy's Edge. Oh, man. Teddy Wife is going to be very jealous, Ed. Very jealous. That's so cool. I wouldn't let her get one. We got lightsabers and other souvenirs instead. Which, I still have yet to play my Sabak set. I got the Sabak card set. Oh, why couldn't you have hit? I guess, honestly, if you're going to hit anything, is it better to hit Rock? Well, it's better to hit Jeff, because Rocket and Groot have the ability to move as well. It hurts. Still, he's trapped playing mid. There has to be a way that we can use that. Maybe just arrow? I don't know. Mine was also very low-key. Going back to family that Teddy Wife and I have for the holidays. The fam is very chill. They're all cat people. If that helps describe the vibe to you guys. So now they are not trapped playing to mid, but I am. I could play Red Guardian for 5, taking me to 14, and then I could play Surfer, which would buff it by 8, which would allow me to win mid. He's going to snap, which is going to throw Hydra Bob to the side, now opening a avenue for me to play here and here, where I might suddenly be in a very good position. Risky, but I'll take it. Oh, kicked arrow. I should have stayed left. That's so embarrassing, man. If I literally just kept Jeff left, I would have won. What is... Ah, you got me. You got me. A little shocking that it's the old classic, play in a way that you would lose left if the opponent didn't play anything. I guess either their call was that I was never gonna surmount the mid, or that I was gonna try and invest left myself, or they were reading the Jeff move. You know what? I'm done with the deck. We said we were only going to give it a little more. We're done with it now. I think the surfer might not be quite the railroad tracks we're looking for. Not that it's bad, but we could even keep Makari. We can keep pieces? Trying to think. If we want to go lockdown, let's just build the lockdown deck of our dreams. And Makari, you can stay for now. So we play Storm. Pro X. We have Nebula, yeah. Nocturne? Is this like Angela Hope? I don't know about this one. Lucas, we got you on Team Teddy Inked a few weeks ago. Been really fun. Thanks for getting it. Thanks for joining up. Team Teddy Elite, TTE. My personal alliance also needs some people. So, if any of you guys are looking for an alliance, connect on the Discord. We'll get you in. We've got spaces, and you can play Snap with me every single week. Go with Shang. Probably don't need Makari here. If we play Shang, we should probably add Zabu. I don't know if Angela is quite what we want here either. There's just like elements of this. So cut Jean, play War Machine. Cut Nocturne. Run Miles. Shang plays really well with the lockdown cards. He does. Certainly does. It's probably saying you don't have space for Galacta and then playing... Is it just the Infinite. So right now I have 2 cards that move. Maybe Miles isn't it. And you play Ebony Maw instead. So now I'm kind of wondering, like, what if instead of Red Guardian, you played Kitty Pryde, and instead of Angela, you played Athena. Red Guardian is just such good control, though. But this with Hope is so nice. RNG. Chat? Is this a cook? I guess we'll have to see how it feels on board. I've got hope though. Quite literally. Chat, any what are the unique New Year's traditions out there? I have to believe you guys have some cool plans. Oh, feast. Yes, we will feast. What?
Victory.
What now? Did you just not like Kitty and Feast? Because listen, buddy, you get the energy too. That was going to be very inclusive in my welfare program. Sleep even more for the new year. I resolve to sleep more, dude. It's good for you. Just watch the Times Square ball drop, then go to bed. All right. There we go. Hit the traditions. I don't know, man. It feels like the television, the entertainment and show coverage keeps getting worse. Anybody else feel this way? Like now they have like different parties happening at every time zone, and they bounce you through this different and always slightly disappointing roster of celebrities. Doing their little performances. Wife's birthday is New Year's Day. We're planning to go see Wicked again and cooking her favorite yellow curry. Ooh, count me in. Wicked was like right on just a hair's line on a movie that I would see in theaters twice. It was right there. I think we go... Superflow is dangerous when they have Quinjet. Man, I wish I had Red Guardian, right? I wish. But if we go... Hold on. They have 4 energy turn 3. I want to have 5 energy next turn. So I do play this. I will get my bloat, though, of all these sentinels. But then next turn I can storm Kitty. Yeah, I can do that if I go mid anyway. Yeah, I'll have 5 still. Okay, we'll do this. Okay. They killed my Athena. This is very disappointing for us. I think we'll hit him with the Nebula. Take away the Superflow.
Wind, aid my hand.
Scorp. Silk. Man, a War Machine top deck? War Machine top deck, anyone? Hold Shang because he could be your lifeline. Play the cat. Onto Hope. Play the Jeff. Move Silk. Say okay. Silk moving back right could actually be like a game winner for us. Because now he can only play one card there instead of if Silk had bip-bopped her way to the left. Could have played multiple cards. I am stuck flipping first though. And I don't have enough to be able to play War Machine. Shang hits nothing. I mean, you just stack it. But do we move Jeff left? That would take me to 11. So I could still be ahead if Silk moves there and he plays nothing else. I'm gonna win mid. But I'd be 3 down on... Be 3 down on right. Silk probably gonna bounce mid. Okay, so if Silk goes mid, he's at 14, in which case this would lock it up. So I'll be at 15. You're right. He plays the lockup mid. What's this emote on the card? Are you mad that you invested? Oh, what? Was Agatha all along? Oh. Arishem had him top deck. Oh, created by Valentina. Created by Valentina.
Victory.
Okay, okay. All things considered, I think we played it quite well. The new bounty just dropped, chat? Honey, look. New bounty dropped. I'll take it because I'm curious on how quickly we can really fulfill it. Another reason to never to play You'd think that they could just exclude Valentina from one of the options because I'm pretty sure they took I'm pretty sure they took Agatha out of the pool of Nick Fury cards. Like Nick Fury cannot generate her because generating 3 was like way too common. I know they need way more bounties, right? I love the alliance system as much as the next guy, but it does get pretty boring to look at the bounty board and then say, oh, look, for my play session this afternoon, I'm going to get to play Move again. You know, like, oh, look, load up the Destroy deck that's been the same since the dawn of time. Yeah, play that. Play that till you like it. Nebula here is pretty cracked. And then pro lockdown with Brooklyn Bridge sounds very fun, actually. Let's go. They exclude Agatha from both Nick Fury and Hulkling. Yeah, exactly. So please, Valentine. I guess Valentine is a 2 cost, so they leave it in there, but it's such a feels bad, man. 6 destroy bounties. Huzzah! I know. It's like, I like that they have the symmetry going on, but at the same time, could really do without playing so many of the same decks. Move, discard, destroy, move, discard, destroy. I get that they're the key words in the game, but where's the on reveal? Where's the ongoing? That's what's really wild to me. It's like, hey, move this many cards. Why not play X number of ongoing cards? Play X number of on reveal cards. These are just like bounties that are begging to be created. Played Groot. That's a problem for a guy like me, but I can do this and then we could play Pro X. Moving is the only way to add or remove a card here. That means that we could play Pro X plus Kitty, lock Kitty, but I can also follow up with Jeff later. If it weren't for you guys in the TTI family, I'd just not even bother with the bounties. There's just way too much same thing bounties, but if I ever see 2 or 3 destroy discard, just bite the bullet. I know, Connor. Hopefully we get a bit of a revamp and then we don't have to suffer for it too much longer. Rocket and Groot, hey? You just stack the mid and you've got Nebula in there as well. Nebula in there as well, you say? Well, that's no fun. I have that card, but I don't get... I didn't draw it this time. So it looks like you got me. But if I do this, we scale the Athena. I can still play Jeff. You're not going to have anything that's like tall enough to use a control card on. I'm also not going to like draw anything good. And I can't Pro X on right. He moved away? But why? Also with the combo bounties, we're a little more diverse. Yeah, either make them more diverse or make them way more valuable, right? I will hear one or the other. But as they are neither, I am disappointed. They already moved Rocket and Groot. That's a problem for them. They can't get left. They might have Jeff, but that doesn't do it. I stopped the Nebula from scaling. I scale my own Athena. Now they played the Teenage Warhead, so they know that I can't really get over here. Oh, but then do we just win? Because I can play Jeff War Machine, right? Yeah, but just scaling you should be enough. I'll take it. They were really counting on me playing right. Yeah. The whole... Wow. Oh, hang on. Good thing we didn't snap. Because if we'd snapped and Hydra Bob went left, we would have lost. Full Guardians, though. Very ballsy. Do we need to run just Groot in our deck? We have so much lockdown, we might be able to force a favor... you know, not every game, but to a high degree of consistency. All these discard bounties. I don't want to play discard with Rocket and Groot. I'm testing stuff right now. I do play 2 costs. There's even this. There's 4 discard bounties, you know? Gamora's kind of a lockdown classic. Gamora is a lockdown classic. I don't know if she's my lockdown classic though. You know? Alright, Ed, you're on the discard ones. Perfect. Let's just establish Thena and see where we go from there. I guess I could have played Ebony Kitty, but... Isn't the wording of Jean Grey, if possible? So if I play this and they play Jean, it's like negated. Pretty sure that's how it works. Rocket and Groot. Seeing a lot more Rocket and Groot than I thought we would see. Now he's gonna... It's a bluffing position, right? Because he can move it once, and he knows that I can't play right, so it's one or the other. So does he move it now, anticipating that I'm about to play mid? Or does he anticipate that I would anticipate that, and he leaves it left? He also might want to just leave it left the entire time until it gets the Stark Tower buff, at which point he can reposition it with higher power. Okay, we called it right. He's leaving it. Sentry? But why? You're some kind... Are you actually going to bust out the Annihilus? Yeah, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Now, what am I going to do? Am I going to full pass? Guys, I haven't gotten the War Machine Infinite a single time yet. This will buff to the point that Shang will kill, which is quite nice. You're only once per turn, right? Nope, it's any card. Oh gosh. So if I feed you... Maybe I should have been trying to feed you up to the point that Shang would kill, but then you move before I Shang you. But the Sentry is Shangable, so we'll do this. Always run Annihilus. I hope not. Oh, but now he moved? You have avoided the start. I guess you know that the Hope play is coming. Then there's the Annihilus. The Mad
All
Lad.
systems go.
The absolute Mad Lad. I can punch you in the face. Move you across here and then play you mid. Seems okay. Man, respect for anyone using Annihilus in this economy? How could he afford it? I don't say how could I afford it. How could you not afford it? He does fill. Oh, brother. And his Gamora is crazy.
Power must be controlled.
Yeah, we get the kill balloon.
Wind,
Wrecked.
aid my hand.
Should have played Shang mid, apparently. Even then, I'd barely win. What's the point in moving Jeff? If I move Jeff, then I take it to a tie if he doesn't invest on right. If he gets cocky and thinks that he wins by margin, my Jeff plus Nebula scaling would tip it. The goblins do emotional damage to me, so I always get Annie on me. Fair enough. That is a beautiful thing about Snap, is there is kind of always... There's a tech card for pretty much everything. You know, except Cosmo, but well, you have... I guess technically you have Echo for that. But if there's one particular card that always bothers you, you can bring the counter. This has felt really bad, but we still have not gotten the War Machine Infinite combo. to work at all. And this could be fine. We get the Shang left. Probably storm the Nebula or something. Or something. Man, I love that Arshem got buffed. Oh, why? The Athena's pretty safe. Jubilee is good though.
I still
Yeah.
believe in heroes.
Pulls a 6 on top. Honestly, been having way less success with Arishem since his change. Really, Melissa? You run the Quinjet, right? Yeah, that seems to be the sauce that everyone is teching. Is now you can get the Quinjet in an early hand more often, and that just seems to do it for people. So if I punch you in the face, you still have Cass, who's a 6, which means I have to invest Kitty to be able to win. But then I'm ahead, I'm ahead, I'm ahead. Take it. Take it and bank it. They leave mid.
Must be controlled.
Did you play a 7? That would be awkward. Oh, it will be awkward. Ah! Oh! Gave me a little heart attack there at the end. It's a little tricky Ombaku. Taskmaster, very clever off of the Mega Hulk, but I don't know what the Morbius is doing. Like, shouldn't you play Taskmaster mid, Morbius right? Nah, I guess you're still losing. Yeah. You need more power on right. But then what's... The Morbius isn't for anything, that's fine. Talbot Tate, how's it going, mate? Happy New Year to you as well. Spend energy bounty almost done. Okay, I like this. I like the new bounty. Spend energy bounties I approve. Especially with high voltage out. Coulson is the GOAT still, by the way. Best card in the game, not taking counter arguments. Coulson? Oh, I don't know. We might need a better class of quote-unquote GOAT, you know? Don't get me wrong, I like Coulson as much as the next guy, and I especially like him in Arishem. In Arishem, then it is actually excellent to be able to pick him up. Try something like this. There's also a new one that spend 13 energy in one game. Noise. Just try and stay efficient with it. Oh, lovely. I have none. Shang is a non-reveal. None on reveals to speak of. I think we'll just do this number. let the nebula scale. Yeah, then they're moving Groot out.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Ooh, moves mid. Does not move mid. Pulls. Ah, kitty. I was gonna say the Athena going right would actually be fun. Keep on scaling behind the Ebony Maw. Though maybe we'll just draw War Machine for the first time. I was asking too much. I was clearly asking too much. The game could never be that benevolent to us. I mean, I don't really care about the extra energy all that much. I do want the Athena to keep on scaling. This is bad. Stegron, but we keep hope in place. Okay. Okay. Man, if we had been able to play War Machine. If only, if only. We were kind of on the perfect track, like if we'd had War Machine, because then I could have played Kitty War Machine. Not missed a beat. If you play here, and you play here, I gain the advantage. If I then play you guys here, I scale the Athena. I do not put down a lot of power. I could snap to get the Hydra Bob out of X Mansion. Sacrifice left. It's so bad. It's really bad. What rank are you? 573? Chat, if I snap and Hydra goes mid, he's at 9. Let's see what happens. He takes it. Plays mid. No. Okay, Hydra Bob, you gotta go left for me, buddy.
We are the future.
Oh, if Hydra Bob goes left. Janderson.
Wind.
Jade Anderson. Thank you for the Prime sub, mate. Thank you. Team Teddy grows stronger. Oh. 50-50. I guess. Yeah. Pretty risky for him as well, right? Because if Magneto pulls Wong, he wins. If Magneto pulls Hope, he loses. Even when Hydra Bob comes mid. I think, even though we lost, the snap was the right play. I'm gonna back myself up on that one. Play 6 cost cards. It'll happen once. I do move like cards gradually with this deck, and I probably will for all the decks we test. So maybe we just grab that one. That was RNG so far, Dark Nizzle. You know, Rocket and Groot seem fun. The 2 decks I've tried them in so far, not very interesting. The lockdown deck is it's better than the Surfer version, but it's still not great. Free Yellow Jacket followed by Kitty Pride. Don't mind. Worth rolling for it? Nope. I don't recommend investing too much in Rocket and Groot, at least not right now. I mean, here's the thing, right? There's the There's a card coming out that's going to make them better. Diamondback. Diamondback that's going to make all afflicted cards have additional affliction in her lane. So you can always take RNG with the upside. The upside of future promises. Is War Machine actually in the deck, or is this a visual bug, chat? Am I insane? He's still not here. What is happening? If I storm... if I storm, and I play here on turn 5, and then on turn 6, you can play here and here. Okay, yeah. I guess... this is what it's coming to. It'll be good in Feb when all the bounce stuff comes out. It counters bounce pretty well. That is true. You get a deck that's trying to drop a ton of cards multiple times. He does steal per card.
Wind, aid my hand.
Like the text here is good, and then the move is just a little extra something on top.
Are ye
Oh, that
worthy?
repeats the Jubilee again. It gets the Corvus. It's this guy. It's the Hella guy. The Hella guy. We had the game locked up, and then because Hella was explicitly the bottom card in the deck, we died. One of the dumbest things. Okay, but we finally found War Machine, so we're okay. I think. You're going to want to play here, which will buff my Rocket and Groot. And then I can just move him away if I need to. I think we... It's Hella, though. I don't know if we got it. I can't say we got it until... Not when he's got the Hella. He plays early.
To me.
What the heck? Sills Brooklyn Bridge. That'll win left. Yep. That would do it. Man, it's like screw me in particular, eh? Nope. Never mind. If we snap, does he leave? Probably, right? If we snap, he leaves. If we don't snap, does he still leave? I mean, maybe. He can't play. I'll be at 10. You'll be at 6, 9. Oh, guess what? Rocket and Groot, you're staying put. I guess it's funnier if you move them and then you play Ebony Maw. And then you could play Kitty Pryde anyway.
Victory.
Or I could have... I think I just had... I didn't need to play Ebony Maw. I play Kitty Pryde. I could play Rocket and Groot mid. Play Ebony Maw right.
3D.
I don't think there's a way where I win all lanes, but... Again, he couldn't play. Unless he had a Jeff there off of the Triskelion. If he had a Jeff off the Triskelion, he could have played Jeff plus something else mid. Highly unlikely. Oh, Chad, it's Desmond. You know you're in for a good match, regardless of Desmond's rank. Fast. Is it actually a bounce deck? Do we get to test Rocket and Groot against his favorite enemy? Draw 2 cards. Why, thank you. This is good, right? He will play mid because he doesn't know what right is. So Rocket and Groot will get the proc. This is true. We get Thena. He goes Hood. He flipped first, so it didn't happen. Right, right. I want to play all of my cards, and it's only turn 3. I want to play Thena, I want to play Hope, I want to play War Machine. I guess really it's between Hope and Thena as to what we want to go to. And I just feel like getting Pro X down nice and early is to our advantage. So we will try and rush Pro X, follow with War Machine, follow that with Infinite, Ebony, and maybe Thena never plays? Now we get a rock. With the ability to move Rocket and Groot, I think we got it. How long until Bruce Banner gets a buff, chat? What kind of buff do you want to see, Ed? Like, are we just increasing his chance of rage? Right? Because they said it's a 25% chance, so with a percentage chance, you can tweak it to any percentile. What do you want to see? Do you want to see it like at 33%? Do you want to see it at 50%? Brother. You're in trouble now, Desmond. Yeah, there we go. They gotta make it 33, right? I feel like 33... It might have to be 33. Maybe a 40 even. You know, it's all moving the numbers as to what the average energy expense is for the card to be good. His ability should be, once you float 4 energy, he transforms into the Hulk, which would make sense, because 2 plus 4 is 6, and then you get Hulk, and you've tried to get the benefit off of floating the whole time. But that sounds actually worse than what he currently is, right? Well, I guess the flip, Melissa, is that then floating a chunk of energy on a single turn could guarantee it. So really, he would just play differently, not necessarily worse. He would favor the full pass on turn 5, She-Hulk, Infinite kind of slam deck strategy. But yeah, right now he's just so bad. So bad. Athena. I think they probably could even make his ability float 3 energy and it'd be okay. The Widow's Kiss is going to be annoying. Keln is going to be annoying. Well, it's Rocket and Groot because you know he's coming. But he flips first. Gosh. Dang. The energy is the gamma radiation. I love it. Yeah, I like the idea. I do. I wonder if we just like trust that we make it through. Scale Thena. Scale Groot. Because he's going to have to play in now. Play in now and never again. I've got the Jeff that can follow up as well. I'm just very curious if I can get a... Oh, you're going to give her to me? But why? You could make him 0 power if the transformation is too consistent, because he'd be guaranteed target for Red Guardian. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of stuff hurts him, right? If he transforms early, Shang kills him. If he waits till late, Red Guardian can get him. So, you know, you're danged if you do, danged if you don't, as they say. You gotta keep trying, but you don't have to risk your kitty. Scale Thena. I want to get to a position where I can get Rocket and Groot out, and then have enough cards over here that we pop Widow's Kiss. But yeah, Bruce Banner he just needs something else going on. What I kind of liked is this idea, like, okay, hear me out, chat. What if he spawns Raging Hulk, and then so he doesn't spawn the vanilla Hulk token, he spawns an all new token. And now I can play Ebony Maw. And then we can play you. Oh, but that will give Titania. Interesting, it does give Titania. But this way I steal power. I steal power, but my total power doesn't look great. But I'm just going to play one card anyway to be able to get the Thena buff. So I think this is okay. Don't have to risk your kitty. No, you don't. Still think that instead of a normal Hulk, you should have changed into a special token Hulk specific to him, maybe with a different power or ability. Yes, exactly. Stop Doom? Yeah, I think I'm okay. Yeah, so if he transformed into like quote-unquote Raging Hulk, you could give him the ability of the character in the video game, which is that... Oh, that hurts a lot. In the video game, if Hulk is... You could give him the tag. If Hulk is destroyed, turns back into Banner. Right? Because that's the whole point in the video game, is he's this tank that you press the alt button and you turn into the Hulk, and then when your health hits 0, you turn into Banner. Yeah, get out of here. You're running the perfect deck for this location positioning. Can you imagine if we'd gotten Storm in there? That would have been fun. But then you have to kill Hulk and then he turns into Banner, and then you have to kill Banner to actually kill him. I feel like there has to be some kind of way that you can make a card that does that, goes back and forth, you know? X would have won. Because X would have held Titania to our side, right? Yeah, I should have played X. Infinite, guys. If we can get a way to play Infinite left, and then we lock up another lane, would be good. Yeah, something like that flipping back and forth would have been more interesting. Yeah. Yeah. They flip first. I'm gonna Rocket and Groot. You go Cass. Titania still flips on X? Really? Moving is the only way to add remove a card here. It's because she's not actually... She's flipping is separate from adding or removing, but I thought Professor X blocked goblins, which in my mind would imply that he also would block Titania. Time to say some Pandemic Legacy Year 0 in case I miss it. Happy New Year's, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Let's hope 2025 Second Dinner fixes some of the major issues. Ed, the best of luck on the Pandemic Legacy. That's one that's been on my my board game bucket list. So you have a great time, my friend. It's good to see you on the stream.
Aid my hand.
She does. It's so weird. Okay, so that was correct. I'll just stick with saying it that way. You go War Machine Nebula, and then you get ready to drop Infinite on their heads left, and you always win, I think. And in the meantime, of course, you're scaling mid. So fun, definitely worth it. But you gotta play from Season 1, right? Like, you gotta start Season 1. Then you got 2, and then you got 0. The one that initially had me, like, tripped out is that Season 2 has alternate box art. I was like, did they build 2 games depending on how you ended one? I was like, no, it's the identical game, there's just different box art.
I am Iron Man.
Okay, the shot on Iron Man there, pretty clutch. Oh. Yep, very close. So we go up to tie. And I'll win left. Hopefully by a great enough margin of victory. Do we think he has a way to get more power? He might. There's Thena and then Captain Marvel. That'll do it. Captain Marvel moves. The anti-lockdown card does anti-lockdown stuff. It hurts. But that kind of card is always going to counter what we want to do. Should we try Afflict soon? Yeah, probably. You're saying like full Ajax, right? We try to get Rocket and Groot to steal a little bit more power. Gotta say, I'm wishing that I had my Red Guardian in a bunch of these matchups. Which he plays well in Afflict, so hopefully we get to see some of him. Rania moves him, Rocket and Groot shoots him, but he's already at, well, he's at 8, now down to 7. Pulls him back.
The Sorcerer Supreme.
It's a lot of power. Then we shoot Strange in the face. I like that. Interesting chat. You go War Machine. He's gonna move Human Torch here. But then I can Ebony Maw Shang on 5, Infinite on 6. Yeah, we called it. We have this guy red pretty well, I think. Keeps playing mid because it's worth it to move the cards. But Rocket and Groot are getting stacked. Okay. So now I can punch ya. And I can pass ya. Final turn. Yeah, no, it's the Infinite, and I can move both Jeff and Groot. Full on Ajax. We need early plays like Hydra Bob to get priority. So on turn 3, we're always going to be flipping first. Yeah, seems important. Even the Rocket and Groot, man, I gotcha.
Power must be controlled.
Why didn't you move Vulture? This just feels like a bit of a misstep on your part. Not to have moved Vulture. If I camp mid, are we fine? I could move Rocket and Groot. Hibbity hobbity hibbity hobbity. If I move Rocket and Groot, you'll be at 9 left here on middle. They play Heimdall. Or would they play Vulture to the side, then Heimdall? Their power left is then like no good, but their power mid is good. We got him though. Play 3-cost cards. You know that's what we're up to. Hey, the spend energy one is back. 50 points feels a little bit cheap second dinner, but it is an incredibly easy bounty to get. I mean, that's just like, you don't have to change your play pattern whatsoever. Do I already have a toxic deck? I don't. That's crazy. Is Ajax a Wiccan deck? Untapped. Nobody is playing this guy. This is probably pretty close to right though, isn't it? I'm not going to do the high Evo version. That sounds bad. This version is got no plays and a bad win rate. Yeah, it seems like it's this. So we just find the substitution for Rocket and Groot, which is probably Valentina. Especially having watched our poor opponent get Agatha created out of the Valentina. You haven't seen Ajax Wiccan? It seems like it could be there. Like, cut Shadow King, run... Cut Shadow King, run Kate Bishop, cut Zabu. No, you never cut Zabu there, but cut Hydra Bob, run Quicksilver. Bismara, like and subscribe, my friend. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Great to have you on the stream, mate. You could also always cut Malekith because he's like just a tech card to thin the deck. Now he is good. But this seems like it'll be fine. What do we think of like a penny? We could do a penny Rocket Wiccan deck. That could be fun. I'm doing very good, Bismar. It's good to be back. We had the off-tempo week. We missed the stream for the Christmas holidays. I think that happened last year too. It's always good to take a little bit of vacation, but then it also feels good coming back. That's, I think, underrated part of vacation. Is that then not only does being on vacation feel good, but normal life feels better for, like, you know, depending on how you manage personal stresses, but for like the next month. Rocket and Groot a little of a letdown? Yeah, so far. At least the decks we've played are. The card seems fine. Always down for the Wiccan deck. Right now, it seems like you have to be down for the Wiccan deck. Like, it just goes places. Tempo Hazmat, eh? They do flip first. It's real weak. It's very weak. But with, yeah, we'll hold. We have Ajax in hand, so. You say you missed for Christmas. We all know you just really did not want to do a Bruce Banner deck. I'm not too heartbroken about missing that specific week. That's very true. Of all the weeks to miss, I think I picked the best one. They should have tempoed Hazmat, guys. If we tempoed Hazmat, we would have been golden. Though honestly, right now, a little Shadow King trickery would be pretty funny. What if we just Agent Venom, though? He's literally the counter to everything my deck does. Now my card has less power, but the normal cost. I've made myself strictly weaker for your benefit. I guess we play Ajax. Now we get one proc. Oh, it's a Luke Cage. Of course it's the Luke Cage. Then we lose the Hazmat anyway. Why not? After all, why not? The pig does get buffed on Washington. I can move here. And then... Guys, I don't know. I don't know about this one. What if it's just Hydra, Bob, and my own Luke? They literally had everything. The Mobius is like, hey, don't have any fun. And the Luke Cage is like, well, repeat above. They also move, man. Maybe I should have gone Malekith mid. I was thinking about it. Malekith mid would have pulled Red Guardian. Oh, we win these. I gotcha. Managed to pull victory from the jaws of the defeat on that one. Yeah, they could have just hit us with... I guess their luck finally ran out, right? Pixie was threatening the 6/6 drop on the final turn. Nothing. Okay, but this... the deck feels like maybe it's going places. And also it might... just give me a big head now for the rest of the time playing this deck after that win. We're going to have the nostalgia of it. Rocket is fine, just not gonna shiver any timbers. Yeah, like he's okay. He's like a good stat line. The movement is a nice little bit of flexibility, but he's not really driving any new archetypes, and he's not necessarily propelling any like otherwise like unappreciated archetypes to the forefront, you know. A little surprise US agent could go crazy. But we definitely Rocket and Groot bar Sinister, right? Maybe we don't even play anything. Well, tempo is good. Wise man once told me, tempo is good. Thank goodness it didn't hit the Rocket and Groot. Here we go. Take this. Now I get to spread them out across the entire board. A lot of just free stuff. And you arguably made my Hydra Bob better. So, thanks, mate. The VFX people, they were working overtime on Rocket and Groot. I mean, look at this action, guys. He rips in with the vines. That's the Groot contribution, and then Rocket with the gun. It's proof that they can make art over at Second Dinner. They just, for half the cards, choose not to. I think you go anti-venom too. Did we snap it? I mean, this is like brutal, right? All the free cards. He's got to know it's crazy. We have to pick. It's probably going to be US Agent on Onslaughts. Yeah. Hope the power on that card wasn't important to you, buddy. Shoot him. Ah, Galacta. My brother had the opportunity to play Galacta on Bar Sinister and chose not to take it. I'm shocked. That feels like one of the ones you kind of always have to do, you know? Also, what's the king doing? He's about to play Beta Ray Bill. He's really about to play Beta Ray Bill off of a Galacta buff into King Eitri for the final turn. I feel like they've been stepping up their animation game in general. Their animation game is doing it's good. It's doing well. I wonder if I need to kill King Eitri. It sounds kind of insane, but I might need to kill King Eitri before he activates on the Beta Ray Bill resummon. Claw. Well. You feeling lucky, chat? Because I could Malekith to dig Luke Cage out of the cesspit of my remaining deck, but it's a 50-50. And if I get the Luke Cage, then I can play the Hazmat. Pop, pop, pop. Get him out of here. And all that. I could also just go US Agent. Hits the claw quite heavily. Then I think you actually move Rocket and Groot. Play Malekith on the hope that you flip Luke and then you play Hazmat after that. I think this is it. Use Shadow King to reset now. You're trusting in the Luke. We trust in the Luke. He goes Onslaught next card. Oh, it's Spectrum though, I think. Well, he doesn't have other ongoings. Like, why would he Spectrum? It's Magneto. I'm not getting any of what I wanted for Christmas. I'm sorry, chat. Christmas is canceled.
We are the future. We are the future.
We flipped nothing. Debuff his side and my side is simultaneously. Magneto, hey? Well. Well. The saddest part about that is now we don't know what the 50-50 was going to be on Malekith. They foiled us. Okay. You love to see Thunderbolt's Tower when Luke Cage is in your deck. And it's Tortillery again. This is the Hella deck guy. Hold on Hazmat. Play Rocket Groot mid probably because he's going to try and fill Clubhouse at some point. Gambit pops Odin, kills Rocket and Groot. Tragic. Problem here is that he has Luke to counter my shenanigans. Well, at least for the first time his Jubilee didn't pull Odin, so there's that. What are you? Shadow King? Nah, that's not helpful. But US Agent hits pretty hard. Blade into Blink into Ghost Rider into Odin into into Odin, kills my card, resurrects the card that was just discarded, and then it's Blink, which will hit the Blade, which returns Magneto. Is Hella a problem again? Like, rank 179? I mean, I guess it's not the most impressive, but it kind of feels like Hella might be a problem again. Gotta put Groot Rocket into a Namora deck? Have you been working on that, Scorpion, or you just want to see us test it? They think we leave. It's like, no shot. Get me out. Probably has Hella too. To bring the Rolk back. Man. Really puts the fear of just Odin into you, and he's got cards like that. Okay, so the point of the Namora deck is that he can be just a better Nocturne in it, right? Is the idea. He moves. He builds his stat line. Then gets super buffed by the Namora once he's in his unique lane. Shadow King has been doing next to nothing in this deck. That was some wild play. Tortillery clearly knows something that the rest of us do not know. Chat? Oh, because of the Luke Cage, I don't get afflicted. I was like, how is he still the same power? But it was just my own Luke Cage. Okay, we're gonna gloss over that brain fart. Doom, little doomies. All right, Red Guardian. I brought you for one ooh, yes, because then US Agent just wrecks his face. And I play it right now. All right. Sorry, 79 Jerry. I think with US Agent I win regardless of the 50-50 on the Red Guardian. Because I can pivot left or mid very heavily. And you know what, Ajax, well, I can't Ajax Hazmat, but that's right, I'm pretty bad for Rocket and Groot. Yep. But as the case would have it now, I can move Rocket and Groot myself away if US Agent locks it up for us in our favor. Which that would be kind of fun if I could move Rocket and Groot to Mini Lab and then follow up with Ajax. It's a 1 in 4, but we could top deck Ajax here. Top decking Malekith, also very good because Malekith guarantees Hydra Bob. So I can go Malekith Hazmat. Red Guardian guaranteed hits Doombot though. Oh, true. Doom lives. Then he pulls the Luke Cage out of his Super Scroll. Awkward. There's the Ajax though. Problem is, no one is debuffed. No one is debuffed slash can be debuffed. Because we both have Luke. So you just play Man-Thing. Man-Thing Hazmat. Yep, the Ajax. Ajax about to have a really funny matchup.
Doom rules all.
Goes up to Dr. Doom. And then we get the Doombot. Spawns on the side. Buffs everybody. We win. We win these. This is honestly why you prefer decks without Cage. Because they can get... The Super Scroll is a pretty niche pick though, right, Romania? Like, how much Super Scroll are we really watching? I definitely get it though. When you have onus over where the debuffing cards go and then the Ajax, you don't have to carry the Luke Cage. And then you open up the spot. The main thing is Luke Cage feels really good when you don't get Ajax. Oh, it's the move guy again. Okay. How important is winning White Hot Room? You're gonna punch Human Torch over. They do get a lot of flexibility here. And Strange Academy is good for them too. We might have to retreat just seeing that. Okay, that's fine. Ajax also gets more power if you don't have Cage, so you don't use anti-venom, so you don't get that benefit. Yeah, that's probably where you draw the line. Like, this deck needs it because it has anti-venom. And actually, the version of the deck that we copied also had Valentina. We cut Valentina to run Rocket and Groot. Maybe. You know what? We have not. I was just mentioning the Shadow King has been doing very little for us. We're gonna bring in Val. Also enticing, for sure, is Valkyrie. I feel like people are sleeping on Valkyrie. Like, you could You could probably put Valk in this deck instead of Malekith. It makes it maybe too expensive.
Snapped.
All right, Babo. This deck is toxic. You know it, buddy. Babo, get moving. Zaboo. Iron Fist. That's a problem. He's a move deck with Great Web. He will play here, so it moves, and then it tries to go here. Ergo, I play here. They do flip first, but this could be... This is exactly where Shadow King was going to be important. Nope, you have played to the left, thus fully negating your Iron Fist. What is your... your Arisham anyway?
Ooh, they dig up this
Should really
time.
click those buttons to figure that out, shouldn't I? Well, it's anti-venom for sure. Squatchy? Malekith. You play Malekith to try and get Luke. You play Ajax to mess with them. You prepare for your final turn to be kind of anything, including Hazmat. I don't know how I feel about left though, because if it pulls Malekith, it's pretty bad for us. If it pulls Rocket and Groot, that's fine because we can move away. If it pulls Ajax, that's okay because he'll scale. Alright, I'm good with this. Plays left, shows Magneto, moves Rocket and Groot. Rocket and Groot, do you get a chance to shoot? You do! I mean, I'll take it. It doesn't seem quite fair, but... And did we? We did. US Agent, are you the total leveling force here? Because you hit Nick and Magneto for... -4 power is crazy. -8? Yep, that takes the dub. Gosh, I love this game. US Agent. Valentina. And then you play Hazmat here because he might Lyeth mid to take out my unrevealed card. I should still win left. Okay. We can play... You play Hazmat first to not mess with you. There we go. Enchantress the Ajax. Pulls... I think he forgot that autos had not activated yet. Morphs nothing? Oh, brother. Chat, how often do you see a morph on the board? Chat? When was the last time you saw a morph on the board?
Victory.
Best replacement for Bob? Probably Nico. I will also fully admit that I value Nico more than the community, so I could be wrong on that one, but if I just have like an open one-drop spot, that's what I play a lot of. Probably Nebula, really good as well, especially because Nebula synergizes with Rocket and Groot so much, right? Yeah, I talked myself into it. Go Nebula. Because yeah, you play Nebula and then you follow up with Rocket and Groot if you can. Happy New Year to you too. And I'll give this deck a solid B. Unless, chat, you disagree. but I feel like the B is fair. It definitely deserves more than 130 plays? Like, what the heck? That is, you have to admit that is crazy low. Teddy, did I try Pokemon Pocket? And if so, do you like it? I have not. I did not get into Pokemon Pocket. I wanted to. I think I even said I would at one point, but then... Oh, because it's not at the start of the game, you don't get your effect at all because you were created in hand. That's so sad. I think I'll Rocket and Groot over here. I now am more interested in the Bazaar. So odds are extremely low that I circle back around to get to Pokemon Pocket.
Are ye
Just the way
worthy?
things worked out.
Victory.
I mean, the Odin versus Morbius is a good flip for us, but I wouldn't have said it was the game. Maybe it was. We had a good hand. We had a very good hand. Spend 17 energy in a match. Okay, so hang on. How special is this? Because you get 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. You're allotted 21 every match. So as long as you only float 4, you succeed. That's a good one to grab, but I'm going to go 4 costs because my deck right now is loaded with them.
Legendary.
Yeah, it's not very special at all. At first I was like, there's some catch. Like, honestly, especially with, you know, Wiccan and Arishem, etc. They could have made it higher. They could have made it 20. I don't think people would have even complained if it was 20. It's like, okay, I can only... either I play... well, maybe like 19. Maybe people would have complained at 20, but you could make it 19 or 20 probably. Very doable. 21 would be Grumble Town, but you just have to play a Wiccan or Arishem deck to get it to work. Or I guess an Electro deck, technically. Get a little more ramp. Pew. You could also make a whole set of bounties about paying a certain amount of card cost, because then all of the discounts could kick in as ways that you can get it done sooner. Yeah, oh, Magic's another 7 for you, right? That's big. Malekith on Valhalla. Okay, hear me out. Hazmat Malekith on Valhalla, because the odds of thinning through the deck to getting Luke is all but guaranteed if you're going Malekith on Valhalla. Right? And you get a double Hazmat proc that only affects, admittedly, not very many of their cards. Maybe I just punch him in the face. Nah, I'm gonna do it. Here's the Luke. So we're going to be pulling stuff like Rocket and Groot, Hydra Bob, Zabu, and Valentina. Yeah, it's okay. Not great, but it's okay. You want Hydra Bob. I probably want Valentina just so she's out of the deck. Or whatever. Zabu, Hydra Bob. Okay. pretty good for us. Now you know you're playing Luke. So you need to Ajax. Goes Agony BP. Is it Zola? I'd be pretty unhappy if it's Zola, but it's looking like it's Zola, chat. Alright, let's get out.
Escaped.
Wish we had Shadow King now. You know, the Shadow King instead of the Valentina would be looking pretty sweet. Pretty sweet right then. Reset that Black Panther to a 10er. Would have been delicious. But it was not to be. Not to be, my friends. Okay. Death's Domain. Rocket and Groot or Hydra Bob are our two ways into there. Malekith is the third way. I stand corrected immediately. A 4-8 or a 4-10. That's good. So you Luke now. Unfortunately, the time is running out on getting into Death's Domain. Never mind, the time is now. That's... What's his game? Wappo the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. If I Red Guardian and snipe him, is he following up to protect it, or is he like moving away immediately? And should I play Zabu to follow up myself? I love the idea of killing it because then I can play Rocket and Groot and get to Death's Domain. Or honestly, it might just be Malekith at that point. If he plays anything, the Zabu would probably be lost. So I'll do this, because this way if he plays nothing, the Red Guardian should hold. So he does just get out of the way. Okay. Anti-Venom. He is my deck. My exact same deck.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna be honest, not loving the objects on this one. We could do this. But he's gonna get Thanos, Malekith, Rocket, and Groot. I will see what he gives us. I wonder if I should have played Rocket and Groot myself. You have the Luke Cage. This mirror match is not that fun. I get to double man thing and then lose. Amazing.
Escaped.
Needed to play Rocket and Groot to counter Death's Domain. But I don't think it counters Death's Domain when I'm giving him a Malekith, right? Because he could play the Malekith. pull a card from his deck that's bigger and beat me. You know? So then I thought my best option was going to be to just win the other 2 lanes and say because you moved your Rocket and Groot so early and you might become obsessed with this idea of protecting it, that you'd overinvest and lose something at Death's Domain, and I could win the other ones. But then he plays Luke Cage, so even like if I top deck Ajax, I don't win, which is what I was hoping. I was hoping that Anti-Venom would hit Ajax. For 2 cubes, it was probably too flimsy, but I wanted to see what happened. The famous Teddy mantra before we start losing cubes. Oh, we're even blocked on the Superflow, are you kidding me? Anti-Venom, nice. Rocket and Groot, also nice. Play here. Guess opponent will play mid to pick up Ant Maze. They don't. They do open up a... My ongoing is to that lane. I'll take it. I might even fill. Interesting that you invested Titania, so you're junk. I think I do okay against junk, you know? Yep, Red Guardian, sure. It's Valentina. Valentina not amazing as the card to reveal, but... I could also just snap right now to get Hydra Bob out of there. And then I could put Man Thing right in there. Man Thing debuffs, you know, a bunch of stuff. I heard one do it, so we have decided. I just feel like it's a favorable matchup. If he wants to clutter the board, I will happily debuff the board. Cannonballs Ajax, that's so early. And then my Rocket and Groot shoots twice. Hello? Is there a Luke Cage in the building? Hello?
Opponent snapped.
It's a 50-50 on if we find it. Anti-Venom is pretty good hits. Anti-Venom is good hits. Unfortunately, it has to go left. I guess you just pray that the Hazmat digs you out of the hole. And it very well might. Shadow King? Really? Oh, let's get some. Okay, so we win left. All but guaranteed. Luke plays out on the side. Ooh. Chat? Can someone crunch the numbers? Odds of an Enchantress? Maybe I actually do this. He plays it for 8? He is unranked. Now we know why. The Mad Lad.
Power must be controlled.
Shang, sure. Buddy. I don't think Viper for 1 was it. I just don't think Viper for 1 was it.
Victory.
That's a good deck. I think he just got handcuffed by suboptimal draw. You needed more junk early prior to the cannonball. And then the Shadow King to reset something after I had played Hazmat would have been better for him as well. Maybe this is a B+ deck. We like these. We definitely like these. So satisfying to win V Clog. Dude, it is. Double Zabu too? Trying to look at what else I like. Double Malekith I like. Double Red Guardian is, you know, I mean, it's buffed. Double Valentina gives you more options. That's double Hazmat though, for sure, if you can get it. Which, the double Malekith might lead into a double Hazmat anyway. Well, there she is. It's probably Hydra Bob then. He at least will move. As long as you double that. The Hydra Bob moving off of Snap, I'm telling you guys, it's one of the most interesting mechanics. That's one of those, like, you know, it's the Stockfish brilliancy moments. I'll give it to the designers. They have a couple of the most compelling card designs in all of card games. I think Cerebro, still number one. In terms of Snap, not necessarily like all cards of all games. But Cerebro, to have such a versatile... where do I want you? A card effect that can hold together all these different padres of different powers and be different levels of meta relevance depending on the balance changes of all of these other cards is fascinating. But Hydra Bob tying snapping into board position is also very interesting.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, you love that there, don't you? KL. I play KL a lot. KL's quite good. Let's go Rocket Groot, I guess. Ajax on Onslaught's the next move. Double Gwenpool? Yeah, that's bad for us. And then we move. And now I'm going to be ahead in all locations. To the Sarah? At least we know where a lot of his Gwenpool buffs went. In fact, 3 of them went all to Sarah. Boy, Shadow King, man. And we cut Shadow King for Val. Did I really? That was a choice I made. If I snap and play Malekith... No. You get Luke and Red Guardian both out of Kamartaj. And then you can play Valentina Hazmat. It's probably all really bad, right? Yeah, Kamartaj is going to be too good for him. Surfer or Forge. Sarah discounting. Hand of 6, 3 costs go to 1 cost. Yeah, we're out. Imagine if you could get extra match points by doubling down in Magic the Gathering. Yeah. I think it would be a net positive just like immediately to start playing that way. Friday Night Magic should have a snap mechanic. I don't know how it's necessarily fair in person with non-simultaneous turns, but there has to be a way. I think it's pretty seamless. It certainly would cut down on your game time quite a bit. That's the big win, right? In all these games where you get doomed into like, I have a bad board or like a bad matchup or a bad hand, whatever. You still have, you're incentivized to play it out. It's like bad, it's not using any different vocabulary, but it's poor sportsmanship to forfeit. Because you're like, you might make a comeback. Yeah, but I probably won't. And it's not going to be fun in the 90% of times where I don't make the comeback. And then in those 10% of times, it's fun for me, but then it feels like horrible for you. So you could just snap and then I'll back out like a sane person and we'll draw again. It's clear yourself again. I wonder to which he could be referring. I can't figure out what he wants me to do, chat. Surtur. Nah, get that out of here. I don't like it. Tempo, US agent. I think we can hold because of Elysium.
Squad's still a little light.
Or could you imagine like take Monopoly? Is there a way that you could shorten Monopoly down to like a 1 hour game experience with some kind of double down mechanic that would incentivize really fast early game play and then strategic look at your probabilities and then a number of people quitting? If all of that is in any way possible, it would be a net win. Destroyer. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness we killed the Surtur, I guess. I kind of need the Ajax to fight him, though. I guess my US agent does pretty well, but... Pop him with the anti-venom, hold Zabu because it won't matter. Either you would discount Man-Thing, who's going to be made free, or not. Your Red Guardian kills my Ajax. Okay. Great. I guess we're dead. It is Man-Thing. It is also not great. 1 in 3 we find Luke Cage this time on the Malekith poll. I don't think it's worth it. Because if you were to play it, it would be Man-Thing mid, Malekith mid, Hazmat Zabu left. He just plays big card left and wins anyway. I guess the lesson is do not leave Ajax as a singleton, because Red Guardian is prevalent enough that we will regret it. So Neo, if Second Dinner is indeed working on a project for a new IP, would you want to see just basically a skin, a snap skin of another game or of another IP? Or would you want like a fresh look of what Ben Brode has in his Mind Palace? Start from the ground up, do something else unique. Does Rocket Groot feel better than Cassandra Nova or no? I think yes. Well, it is meta dependent. If you play up against a lot of Arishem, you want Cass, and if you play up against a lot of Thanos, you want Cass. In all other situations, you want Rocket Groot. Dan, it might actually be Red Guardian here to clip Dazzler's wings.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Anti-Venom pretty good. Rocket Groot also good because you know that they're playing here, but I think you do this. Now we regret playing our Red Guardian so early. But we get all the card draw. And I do hold US agent. Okay, so this is where we can get like a little psycho, right? We have Luke here. We have Man-Thing. So final turn can be Man-Thing, US agent, Luke. If I play Ajax now, that's a pretty good stack. And I could play in mid and just like crush him. I could also try and play Man-Thing for free here, cycle it into a card that does something, and then hope to top deck the Man-Thing back. We're getting a little wild with it. Alright, Zabu doesn't do anything, but that's fine. I'm not mad. Hazmat does do something. Then I think that something is enough. Whoa, but now you could recycle her into Man-Thing. But Man-Thing will only hurt me because he's negative and he's going to debuff my Zabu. I don't have Luke in this situation. Interesting, interesting. Chat, is Malekith still... Would Malekith summon Man-Thing? When we tested Malekith on day 1, he pulled cards, even considering their power changes, even though he's written as though he considers base power. I guess another debuff is fine on a lane that I'm already sacrificing, right? So you just like play in mid and then you play Hazmat. You just need to win mid. And you're hoping that he plays... I guess it's going to be Dr. Doom and then gets a Doombot here that US Agent is going to punch in the face. They fixed it so he wouldn't summon? Okay, good to know. So the case is you play this first and then you come out with these guys and you hope it's enough. He could Onslaught, which would be interesting. He plays right? It's Dr. Doom though, right? If you're only gonna... I guess he could be fishing for Dr. Doom? True, he could be fishing. Nope, he got it. Okay.
Rules all.
Right. Of course. The Luke Cage. Naturally. I think something fresh, but some kind of fusion of Marvel Snap and MTG would be sick. There's so much possibility with their mechanics. I, for one, would spend so much time if they made Star Wars Snap. But almost any other IP, I'd be like, give me something new. Star Wars Snap just like is at once beloved and also lends itself so perfectly to the Snap formula that it already exists. 3 different planetary locations and then a ton of different character-based cards. It'd be too perfect. But anything else, I'm sure Ben Brode has some other pretty banger ideas that he's ready to bring. That's nice. Yeah, probably play mid. Nope, they go right. People not afraid to play to the unrevealed locations today. Ajax dies. Oh, my best card. Welp.
Opponent snapped.
Quantum Tunnel might be okay for us, though. It's like... It's really demoralizing to try and play through this right now, though. Might just leave. DC needs another video game. The Arkham series and Injustice were great, but they ended a while ago. Yep. DC hasn't had any video games in between. It's really sad, but it's actually like none worth speaking of, because the spiritual successor to the Arkham games that what was it? You played as all the sequel Batman was apparently horrific. And Dual Force went nowhere fast. Drewmania, is this true? Fact check me on this one. There was a report like a year and a half ago that the studio behind the Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor and Lord of the Rings Shadow of War company was making a Wonder Woman game that was going to contain the flaunted Nemesis system. That being how boss enemies would like revive or try and run away from fights and then have unfolding storylines with you depending on your interactions, and could be like tamed and brought over to your side. Now I don't know if they are still, my question is, are they still working on that? If that is about to hit in 2025, then DC is going to have a great year, because I'm 100% on that studio with that formula. But if that project has been canceled, I will be, then they got nothing. I think you go Rocket and Groot and you just like embrace it, right? They're gonna attack us. Nope, they go Luke Cage. Of course they go, oh, but you killed Luke Cage and then I punch your demon and I scale. Interesting, interesting. We go Anti-Venom. Turn 5, we're going to be required to play to the right. So we kind of bake in any advantage here. What's with all the Doom play? Did I miss something and Doom 2099 became a good card? I guess I've been playing so much high voltage, maybe he did. Pretty sure it's just Ajax though? Hang on. Okay. If I move Rocket and Groot, they're guaranteed to scale because he has to play there. But then I go down to 10 power, and if the Doombot spawns mid, it will tie me and take away my bonus energy. And right now I can play Giganto, US Agent, and Hydra all together on the final turn. But if I play Hydra Bob now, my final turn's kind of locked up anyway, and you might as well scale. I'll try it. Yep, you shoot Galacta in the face, and hey, if the Doombot spawns, I was gonna say in any other lane, then we were fine anyway, but of course it's the worst case. Snap for a 50-50 on Bob moving mid. Maybe I should have. Okay, we can get him with this. And then this unfortunately is like a net even on mid. It's a net advantage if I play Man-Thing though. And a net advantage if I play US Agent here. Hey, oh, Happy New Year, Shane. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Much appreciated. Great to see you. Are they just going to Dr. Doom on us? I'm not sure if we win this one. I like our play, though. Looks like it's just Dr. Doom, yeah. Man-Thing hits them. I hit you. Dr. Doom plays.
Doom rules all.
Yep, they get us on left. Giganto, not enough. Okay, so if I had snapped, there would have been a 50-50 on Hydra Bob going left to win. Man. Are there any other deck types that we want to try, chat? Lockdown deck, Affliction deck, Surfer. I guess we could play a Wiccan, right? Wiccan, Penny. Oh, Namora. That's right. We're going to do a Namora deck. Full Guardians? No. I do have some shreds of sanity left, though I be a streamer. Double Rocket? But we should definitely try on the Namora deck. Mobius. I'm trying to pick out the best play line. It's probably Anti-Venom Shuri's Lab. And you wait and you're gonna play... I should have moved Rocket. The middle Rocket on right. Maybe. Because middle Rocket on right debuffs everything they do. But I would lose a lot of board space. Also, it shoots after Sinister London goes, which feels weird after your opponent plays it. Because normally, after your opponent, like, cards go before locations. But in this case, the location is duplicating the card, and then Rocket and Groot is going. The more you know. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go Luke and double it because we have a luxury of board space, and then play Valentina because I want a final turn either Ajax Hazmat or Man-Thing Hazmat. Or if Valentina gives me an incredible card, I guess that incredible card and Hazmat. Zola's not it, but that's okay. Big Vision. On reveals go before locations. Rocket specifically says after they play a card. Yeah, it says after your opponent plays a card here, which, as you will notice, this says as well. After you play a card here. So which after you play a card here is happening first? Take your pick. Play this out here just so we get the doubling, I guess. Big Vision. It's just barely enough. Incredible news. Because I'll bet they pass us here on left. Yep. Oh.
Victory.
Got him. Feels good. Okay. Namora deck. Not played one of these in a while. I do want to put... Yeah. We'll throw Rocket and Groot in that deck in a sec. I guess if I have an open spot here, we'll try it. The Namorag Rocket. Nomura. Rocket and Groot. Jeff. Odin. Wong. It's like still Nocturne as well, right? Galacta. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel could be good. Guardians of the deck made has Madam Web and Jean Grey. Still working it out, but not bad so far. I love to hear that for you. Pull 'em in, baby. Pull 'em in. What do we want as our last 5? The last 4. It could... Okay, I could hear this. You go Agony, Penny. Right? It's more moving, but also energy rushing. That's good for us. I just don't know if I'm gonna stoop to play Nightcrawler. But I might stoop to play Nightcrawler just so we have tempo, you know? Went silly and put E-Tree, and BRB, Agony, and Penny. What's BRB? One 2025. I know, man. Beta Ray Bill. Well, he wins his lane, but what do you do in the others? What do you do in the others? I feel like this is a time where I just like go to whatever favorite card. Right? Maybe it's even something like Angela, because you're gonna play there like mid, buff the cards, then move the cards. I have 3 4s, so put in Zabu. Yeah, it's easy enough. That's a heuristic I can live by. Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider does make good use of all of the buffs. I just don't like Scarlet Spider. But I don't want to. Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider. If you have a Wong, you could just do Wolfsbane. Yeah, I could also just do Ironheart, right? Ironheart into Wong, into Namora, into Odin. Buff a Jeff and buff the Nightcrawler to obscene levels. Or I guess it would be Sage. I feel like Sage better than Wolfsbane. Misery? I think I'm on a different track to Misery. I don't like losing all my guys. I don't like losing my dudes. Namora, the buff is more valuable than her body, but do I want to repeat it and lose her? If I had time to then bring her back with yet another play, so I guess Phoenix Force. Does anybody do this? A Namora Misery Phoenix Force deck? You have to be able to rush Namora. I mean, I guess technically you could. We didn't draw enough cheap cards, y'all. Seems like Wolfsbane is more or less dependable on board state. The Lasher? Actually, the card that I would include in the Nomura deck. Hang on. Afflict an enemy card with negative power equal to this card's power. Oh, chat. The Lasher stream begins today. We found it. No, he loses a power here. Okay, it's okay. We'll get it back. Pondering. You could play Galacta. And then on turn 5, you're moving Nightcrawler, playing Namora. Buffing Galacta, buffing Lasher. Okay, I'm okay with this. We could very well lose, but this is tickling my fancy for sure. Now we're buffing the Namora with the Galacta, and the Namora is giving the buff back to the Galacta, and specifically buffing the Lasher, who's going to be able to afflict -6 on the opponents here on mid to make double use of his buffs. The opponent has filled, but Rocket and Groot can leave. And they're at 20 power, by the way. Odin. Gosh. What I wouldn't have done for an Odin. It's probably still playable, eh? You can activate Lasher and then play... Man, the speed and the Wiccan being the same. You hope that Lasher randomly picks one of the 7s to split them up. So that Sage could do a little better. Because that's what it's going to take. Do that. For 2 cubes, I'll play it, but they have extra energy and a free 6 drop. Boy, it'd be amazing if the Raft gave them one of the dud 6 drops, you know, like Destroyer, Infinite, Null. Trying to think, are there any others? Zola's probably good for them. Maybe not for their... Oh, speed gets the power immediately? It's perfect. Lasher's gonna full proc. No animation? Chat. I'm so let down. No animation, they say? You move everything. No, this is bad. No, it's very good. Ah! The Nomura Lasher dub. Okay, we found the best one. Maybe this is the deck. Can you imagine if we were able to set up Lasher after the Galacta? I mean, that's going to be his like core home, right? Is you play Galacta and then you just pop these Lashers down on top of Agonies so that they get +5 and then they lash. It's a pretty neat way to get double use of buffs. Maybe it's not the best, but it's impossible to top Brood anyway. But of all the next in line, it's quite nice. Now I'm just going to be sad that Lasher's not a main part of the deck. Multiple man. We have a Wong. Happy New Year! Back to you, Horror Story. Gotta go to the stream and that you're a mod for now. Alright, you have a good one, Horror Story. Great to have you on. Rocket. They do like Rocket. We'll just go for it. You have Penny too? I know you want to play here, so maybe moving Rocket and Groot is worth it. Play Wong because I can play... Oh, but I'm not going to be able to get buffs up Nomura. I don't know. I got a big Sage, but that's probably not worth it. Yeah, you kill. So it is Phoenix Force. Let's go Spider and see if we can get anything out of here. Play Nightcrawler maybe. Now the question is if he has like Ghost Spider to go with the Phoenix Force, and it looks like he does. It keeps it on pace. Yerp. Pretty bad for us. Hey, we hit Penny though. Move Penny, play Nomura, lose on right. Play Sage. It's like actually move Nightcrawler, play a unique power. And then Sage to proc on 1, 2, 3. Hopefully 4. 3. Sorry, 4, 8, 16, 20 power. Even if it just moves multiple mana, I lose. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. The Nomura just showed up too late. Honestly, what I think I want the most is like a big Captain Marvel game. Getting lots of buffs on the Captain seems fun. Agony for sure, though. Maybe we even top deck Penny. Get the merge and the energy. Play Jeff. That way we can fill and move away. Tempo, baby. I've got Odin to reactivate her anyway. Let's go Wong. Play Penny, merge Agony, play Nightcrawler, get extra energy. I think I get it before the Nocturne takes it away, right? Your first Rocket game, you got a 19 power Penny and a 16 power Rocket and Groot using the Nomura. Let's go. Yeah, the Wong goes crazy, right? If you hit the Wombo combo of either like, you know, Odin reactivating or Wong. Nomura is a lot of power. She's just a little complicated to get the full Wombo together. And then also a little boring. It's probably why people don't play her as much. Neil, you're liking the Captain Marvel variant? I do too. This one's one of the Peach Momokos. I think Peach did 2 Captain Marvels. But yeah, this one with the blue and the prism lends itself quite naturally. You have my Nocturne because of the cable. Sure, sure. I'm following.
Opponent snapped.
So if I play Captain Marvel, I can choose if I want I think it's just like move Nightcrawler, play Odin. I mean, that buffs mid by reactivating Sage, so I win mid. Captain Marvel can then move back if she wants to. Probably don't need the Jeff over here. We'll do this. Mr. Sinister to 19. 19 is too much. Because we don't get any buffs on the captain. Didn't go with Wong, you got Odin and Misery. Nice. Yeah, you get the buffs one way or the other, right? 2 points out. Yeah, so impressive. Real impressive. Playing Arisham, you're so imaginative. Maybe the Wong is bait. It is kind of greedy. Okay. If we can get Wong on Kamartage, we could see. Oh, come on. We could see some insane numbers. Truly insane numbers. Oh, that's right. She makes 2 spiders now. Scream is good for what I want to do, which is move around, but... Oh, buddy. So we hit. But I gotta get my cards to the other places now. So I think it's Spider. Because Spider will merge and give me energy, which could allow me to Wong plus Nightcrawler if we top deck Nightcrawler. Otherwise we might be a location short. Yeah, we got Sage here. So you gotta move mid. Then do you skip Wong? You have to have 2 targets. And like just play Rocket and Groot right here. Neo, Happy New Year. Off for the evening. You have a great one, mate. It was good to have you on the stream. Gene, come on. Come on. Gene Grey, just here to ruin my fun. I guess we can still Nomura. But now the final turn has to get more creative. It could be Vibranium Sage. Honestly, drawing a second Vibranium would be amazing. Or the Nightcrawler. Nope, Cosmo says we will not be having any fun today. So... And it is the Vibranium, which is exactly what I wanted. But the problem is that he can double Surfer. So even if I go up... And then play this... And then play this... He just hits it with the big Surfer. Lame. Agony, Eitri, Zabu, Buster, Penny, Teenage Warhead, Rocket, Beta Ray, Galacta, Misery, Nomura, and then the Odin. Nice. Oh, we got the bounties. Finally.
Epic.
6 costs. Double up on the 6 drops. I'll just round it out with the 5 drops. Okay, let's see what a slightly less greedy version without the Wong looks like. I think I'm going to keep the Captain Marvel in mine. But if you drop Wong and go... Well, you gotta tweak a lot to bring in Beta Ray. But it seems pretty funny, so I'm gonna try it. So now you need Eitri. Did I spell it wrong? King. EI. Okay, so now you can play Beta Ray and you can grab it. Hulk Buster. I don't think I care about Hulk Buster here. Yeah, let's just try this. Give it 1 or 2 and then we'll probably call the stream. Later than I'm normally streaming, but we started so much later that it's not been super long. Nah, it's fine. We'll give it a go. Now, I want to be able to see all facets of the new cards. There's only one other person playing ranked right now. It's the Arasham deck. Love that. We can Galacta into Beta Ray. Hope for the top deck. Asteroid M will gravitate everything mid. There's the king too. Okay. We play Penny for sure. Invisible Woman. This means if I play on this lane, nothing can mess with me until the end. Definitely nothing messing with us. But nothing revealing either. Hang on. Lemuria screwed us, right? Because you'll reveal on 4 to be activated on 5. Which will then draw and hand this hand it away. It's so bad. Lemuria did just destroy us. Then he goes Sandman, okay. So no chance to play my Namora. And if I find the hammer, I have to pay for it? Oh, but I found the hammer. Okay. Well, we're playing the hammer. And... Spider for okay, I could feel this. Then you get a little bit of moving around sneakiness, and you get extra energy. So we'll do that, and we'll do this. And he'll double, and nothing will move. And I don't know what I care about drawing. Okay, so now everything is yet more expensive. For whatever reason. My opponent has decided that's a good idea. I get his deck, he gets mine. Then there's the Namora. Oh man. But the Namora is not really playable because then Penny's only at 11. Still die. You just like go up to 15 here. Penny. Take mid. We didn't really give him anything that's good enough.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Yep. Why would you take that? Buddy, you were above 5,000 there for a little bit. Now he's decided just to give the cubes back. Maybe he forgot that I could move Penny. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and he didn't realize that you can move Penny. Weird game, but fun win. The fact that the beta ray worked on the very first game that he's included. I love it. As long as you top deck Stormbreaker, man, the beta ray is insane value. He's a 4/15. How are we feeling about the new card? Are they worth 6k? Nope. Not worth 6k, but I do like them. Like they're not nearly as aggressively bad as like Bruce Banner was. They're just there. The problem is like there's other huge card releases coming out, so it's hard to justify spending for a card that's just there. Tanrax. I think I actually like Penny with her option of getting merged. I like playing maybe Nomura mid even. Ooh. Rank 264 and you're playing the Guardians? That's wild. Okay. Let's go Spider. This will accelerate me to 5, so I could play Nomura if we draw her. Yeah, he really wants to make left lane happen. Left lane is not happening. I think I'll move ya, play ya. I'm not using the king, he says before he draws Beta Ray Bill. It's all Guardians. Okay. I got another Nightcrawler. Love that for me. If I play against you, he's scale, but maybe if I set up Rocket and Groot and then we just play you for being you. I don't know, we've spread out now to the point where Nomura is not going to do anything. But it doesn't matter that the Groot triggers because it just changes anyway. You shoot me. I don't shoot back. Blast, how's it going, mate? Great to see you. Okay. Of all things, it's kind of happened. I can move and move. That adds 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 power over here. And then I can play Nomura here, which will buff this. If they play this, my Groot will scale. And also their card will be manipulated into the ever dubious Pandora's box of random cards of the same cost. Not playing Snap anymore, but always like chilling here. Blask, great to have you. Are you playing something different or just kind of life is pushing out the gaming time right now? Did you go to Pokemon Pocket? You trying Bazaar? Captain Marvel potentially also moving. Like, if they play nothing left, well, my Nomura is only 2, right? And then the Captain Marvel would get debuffed by the US agent as well. Yeah. So we're never winning left. That's tough. Been playing Bazaar, yeah? Nice. 400 hours that's released? Oh my gosh. I will say the game looks very good. I just wish they would patch it a little more regularly. No! That takes away my Nomura buffs. Are you kidding? The one card? Oh, man. Wait. Oh, yeah. Because I would lose on right. That's nuts. I miss out on my +5 because you pulled Hobgoblin out of the rabbit's hat. Well, that's how it goes. Alright, one more. Man. Hard to be mad when they hit the odds like that. If anything, I feel pretty good that we put ourselves in a position to to win unless they hit that exact combination. I guess there's some other 5 costs that would be too powerful though, right? Not very many 5 costs though, because what if we got the buff, I'm doing the maths in my head. I lost by 2. If we got the buff, I would be up by 3, and he had a 8 power card, so he would have had to have a 5 cost 11 power card to win. There's not too many of those. Camartage is amazing though, because our team is on break right now. I bet the patch will drop as soon as they come back. To be honest, they're really good with the patches. Yeah, but it's just such a bad taste in the mouth when Pufferfish died immediately on the spit, and then Monitor Lizard lives forever. But yeah, no, I believe that they'll be back at it. We'd still be playing Snap if it wasn't just so hard to get the cards. Yeah. Here. They're really trying to like crush your soul on that one, aren't they? What do I want to get all the buffs? It would always be Beta Ray, but my king died. It still might be Beta Ray. Do we think that he's the intelligent Doom 99 player and includes Valkyrie? Lizard is, to be honest, not so bad. Can get bursted down? I would debate that. There's plenty of combinations he gets where you just laugh at what his board is doing to you. And that's literally the only thing you can do because it's that insane. Yeah, Deep Space wrecks us. Oh, no, but now I don't even get my super procs. Yes, if we can just, dude, if we top deck Stormbreaker right here and then clip Odin on. Didn't happen, but it was so, ooh. There he is. Just too late, though. Just too late. Odin's still pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough. We'll lose, win, be ahead, but 2 cubes last game. I'll send it. Put me out of my misery. Oh, but now I won't. They got us. They got us. Any big plans for running next year? Where would I put a Lasher? Definitely Lasher into Galacta. Like Galacta anything. Quite frankly, the best game that we had with this Namora deck, we got Lasher out of Triskelion pull. And that just sounds fascinating to have this cheap card that you can set up early, buff with Namora later, and then activate at the end of the game for a big swing. That sounds very funny. You should have activated Eitri last turn. He would have resolved. Yes. He would have resolved on the last turn. Oh, you meant on the previous turn to them playing Legion. Unfortunately, with his card text disabled, I don't even have the ability to activate him, as far as I'm aware. Have I got a Hood variant yet? Glad you asked. Here he is. I even got the Rainbow Cosmic Border to slam on this bad boy. my 2 greatest milestones of the year.
Team Teddy grows stronger.
I have a child on the way, and I have a Hood variant, so I won't put those up in any particular order, but you know, we were celebrating both. Oh man, I don't know, guys. Rocket and Groot, like, save your tokens. I think is one of those that he's fine to have, and is he gonna outcompete Gladiator as like a couple decks option of just a good 3-drop to play? Sure, but I think in a week or two nobody's gonna care about this guy, you know. Hood 24-hour stream when? Oof. Bounce is getting toys February. They're getting toys in January and February. Bounce will be back. He's very similar to Speed. Yeah, Speed, Gladiator, Rocket and Groot. It's like they're super easy to interchange. Obviously, they do completely different things. I get that, but just it's like a good 3-drop that will hit a pretty punchy power level. Yeah, you could take your pick. All right, chat. Man, 2025. If we'll have to do kind of a look back, a little bit of nostalgia stream, maybe beginning of next year. One of our January streams, we'll have to do some high points. Because today, I've got other New Year's Eve plans. I hope that you all get to enjoy yours. Fantastic spending the final moments of 2024 with you guys, or depending on where you are on the date line, I guess, the beginning moments of 2025. And we'll be back to see you in the beginning of next year. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.